everyone, and welcome back. My name is Mahalia, and I appreciate you so much for tuning in. I don't have too much going on today. I say that, that's not true. I do have a lot going on today, and I'm kind of just adding more to my plate with prepping some stuff for the upcoming week. I just want to mainly make breakfast and a couple of other items that I know I usually eat at some point during the week. Mainly breakfast and then some like in between snack slash lunch items for myself because I work from home and my partner he works out of the home. And I'm not a morning person, so generally I don't really like to get up I'll get up when he's up, but I don't want to make breakfast at that time. So we're going to make a couple of items today. My goal is to make breakfast quesadillas, a tater tot breakfast casserole, and egg salad. Egg salad is mainly for me because I know at some point I will eat it this week, whether as a sandwich, with crackers, by itself, with like a meat or protein of some sort. I just like egg salad. It's something I've gotten into recently. And hopefully I have enough eggs because all the things I just named requires eggs. And if I'm feeling jazzy enough, I'll even make some banana chocolate chip muffins. Fortunately, those should not require eggs because I can use the bananas as an egg replacement. But yeah, let's get into it. So first I'm starting off with cooking my brown sausage for the hash brown casserole. We're gonna turn this up fairly high. How much is this? I think there's 32 ounces in here. I don't know how much I'm putting in this pan, but from here to here seems like about enough for what I'm using it for. It might even be too much, but we'll see. If I have extra ground sausage after this, it's not a big deal. Not the end of the world. I will just turn it and put it into the, what is it? Quesadillas, excuse me. Thank goodness. It's so difficult getting this close. Now, I'm gonna add 4 eggs to boil for my egg salad this week. These eggs are actually pretty small. Oh, let me pour some of this out. And every time I boil eggs, because I don't have like a sizable pot and I don't use something like this, the water always boils over. And I usually cook on the same side. Let me go ahead and move this one over here to boil the eggs. Okay. I know this may seem a bit weird, but I don't have a meat masher, so I tend to just use a whisk. And like the whole point with the meat masher is that you want to let the meat cook essentially on one side and then mash it, because if you do it just on raw meat, as you may know, it'll just stick into it. So versus it being cooked, it actually just crumbles apart. And I think a whisk ends up being more effective than the meat masher, quite honestly. And now while this is cooking, and before it gets too cooked essentially, I'm going to cut up my onions. Because I will be putting onions, in all of the casserole. I think I might just saute those separately instead of with the meat so I can add them in on their own. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Once I'm done cooking the sausage I'll do that. And I'm also not seasoning it with anything. As you may know, pork has a good bit of like sodium / salt in it. And then I'm going to add pepper to the whole casserole when I'm assembling it. So all I'm doing here is just cooking it, making sure I break it up as best as I can. Then I'll put it into a bowl. Cook my bacon because I plan to make 2 different casseroles. One sausage and then one bacon. Both of them with hash browns. Not hash browns, excuse me. Both of them with tater tots. And I've already pre-cooked my tater tots because the thought in my mind is that I didn't want them to be soggy, and I would essentially be putting uncooked tater tots on top of raw eggs. And eggs don't take very long to cook, and I don't want to overcook the eggs while I'm trying to make the I keep saying hash browns. While I'm trying to make the tater tots crispy. So I just cooked those in my air fryer on 285 for, I think it was 12 minutes. 12 or 15. I don't quite remember. But I just remember I could smell them and I was like, okay, they smell done. Because I also didn't want to like cook them all the way and then, you know, by the time I put them on the eggs, they would be burning or whatever it may be. I have my ground pork in the bowl back here, and now I'll just take this bacon. It is thick gut bacon. I'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slices for the casserole. And then cut this up. This can actually go on the sink now. Done with that. Our bacon is now cooking, and I turned the heat down a little bit because my pan got pretty hot and some of this fat needs to render off. I'm going to try to spread them out across the bottom of the pan. Another reason why I use this one is because I don't like to deal with grease splatter, and bacon grease will easily go over the sides of a regular pan. Okay, so my eggs are done and I have them cooling in some cold water right now. On the back burner, my bacon is almost ready. I don't have to crisp it up too much because my boyfriend does not like super crispy bacon. I like it in between. I don't like flabby bacon, but I don't want it to be essentially burnt / rock hard. I like a good chew, but it shouldn't be, you know, still super pink. This is the best I can describe it. How do you guys like your bacon? I know that's a huge, like, controversy. Same with, like, how do you like your steak? How do you like your bacon, more importantly? If you eat bacon, do you eat beef bacon? Same with the sausage. If you were to make this, you could use turkey sausage. How do you like your bacon? I know commonly with turkey bacon, when you purchase it in store, it is fully cooked. So I don't know if you really have a choice of doneness with that one. But for those that eat like regular pork bacon, how do you enjoy your bacon? I need to pull this off, put it on a paper towel, and yeah. I'm now pulling my bacon out of the pan onto these napkins to get some of the grease off of it. Okay, I think I picked up, whoops, that was a hole. I got all my bacon. I'm just gonna leave this pan in the middle section for right now while I chop up this onion. It's about, let me put this over here. It is about 3/4 of an onion. Onion is chopped. Just adding this into my bacon grease. Come on, onion. Okay. Now that stuff goes into the sink. And we're gonna cook down the onion. I'm gonna lower the heat a little bit. By allowing the onions to cook at a lower temperature and release some of their moisture, I've also been able to scrape up some of the fond or the just little brown bits at the bottom of the pan. And I think this is about where I want them to be as far as doneness. Because they still have to go into the eggs and I don't want them to be completely translucent. So I'll take them off the heat and begin preheating my oven, because the whole process with mixing together the eggs, cheese, and all that stuff is going to go pretty quick. Okay, so now I'm going to crack my eggs into this bowl. I don't know quite how many I need yet, but I have 10 right here in this carton. If I don't feel like it's enough, I'll just grab a couple more. Okay, so I have cracked 15 eggs into this bowl. Wash my hands really quickly. Okay, so now I will add my sour cream. I'm adding sour cream because I have it and it was gonna go bad pretty soon. I really couldn't think of anything else that I wanted to use it in. So we have the sour cream in there. Gonna add a little bit of salt and a good bit of pepper. Okay. And now milk. I feel like, quite honestly, I can add more sour cream, so that is what I'm going to do. Because I didn't add quite as much milk. And now whisk. Okay, so these are the 2 baking dishes I'll be using, and I will just be splitting the eggs between them as good as I can. Whatever I feel like is an adequate amount for the depth of the pan. I think that's good. Add a little bit more to this one. And a little bit more to this one. I don't want to drop my bowl. Alrighty. So now that bowl's going into the sink, and I'll add my onion into these first. I guess you can somewhat consider this like a crustless quiche, but or egg bake. I'll say egg bake. casseroles are out of the oven. They look pretty good. It took a little longer than I expected for them to bake all the way through, but we're done. Of course, I changed my mind and I decided to go with something else and make some vanilla extract this evening. I'm going to split the beans in half and then stick them into my flip top jars. I'll have them linked down below. You can find them on Amazon, and I also believe you can find these vanilla beans on Amazon. They smell so good.
So here I am with the blue funnel. I'll be filling this jar with the Queen Charlotte's Carolina rum. My partner tried it and he's not a huge fan, so I figured why not use it for some vanilla extract. And I did just show you guys my fingers there. They are not dirty. It is from the vanilla beans. I have vanilla bean juice all over my fingers. This flip top jar I will be filling with the Bacardi, as you can see, just regular old Bacardi. This is something I decided to use instead of vodka, which is what's usually used for making vanilla extract because it doesn't have a flavor, so you can just taste the vanilla. But I decided to be a little different. Now, with the remaining rum from the Carolina rum bottle and then the Bacardi bottle, I will be adding vanilla beans into both of those just to maximize my yield with so many beans. I didn't want them to go to waste and I didn't really have anything else to put them in anyway. And with that being said, I didn't accomplish everything I intended to, but that's just fine. I appreciate you so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you guys again next time. Bye!